Hi, fellow traders. Hope everybody had a great day today. We had a pretty decent day. Slow start to the morning. Um, yes, that's just par for the course right now. But the day picked up. We ended up getting some pretty good trades. So I'm pretty happy about that. We're just taking it slow. We're taking it one trade at a time, one day at a time. And like I said, before you know it, we're going to be right where we want to be. But you got to trust the process. You got to believe in the process. And, know that you're going to have to develop the skills. All of that stuff is very, very important. And, that's what I'm trying to make sure we key on every day is developing those skills that we need. So the morning started out pretty good. We can look at the the chart of the SPY to kind of get an idea of what was going on. We had this push up toward going green on the day, coming into the open, and then we sold off pretty good, right down to the 200. And then for about 20 minutes or so, we just kind of traded sideways, and just going up and down, up and down. And it wasn't until we broke this that we started to see some movement in our trades, because all through this time, all the stocks that we were watching were trading within its 5-minute opening range. It never broke out of it until the SPY, the market decided it was going to break down a little bit, and it brought a little bit of volatility to the market. So the trade that we got, if you were part of our live stream this morning, you got to see this trade, the first trade you got to see this morning, and that was on IBM. And you can see we had the big sell-off at the open. We put in the 5-minute opening range. This is the 5-minute open range high. It's 5-minute opening range low. And oftentimes, once we either going to break out of this, or if we can't hold the breakout, most likely we're going to trade in this range all day. And that's pretty much what happens over and over and over again. So you see, we put in the opening range here, and it recovered, and it tried to break out through the opening range high. Now, there's no way I'm going to take this with all of this resistance up above, and it's all trending down. Everything's trending down like it's got a lot of downward pressure on it. So I'm not buying into all of this resistance here. So once we rejected and it started to show, weakness, that's when I got short. And I joked about not respecting VWAP anymore, but the truth is, and we talked about this, I think, in the charting class on Tuesday, VWAP is nothing like what it used to be. It's like very few traders are actually using VWAP anymore. But it kind of hung up a little bit here. You could see the fight. And once we lost it, I was able to take my first cover. And we couldn't, I was looking for us to get down toward 134 at least. But then we started to push up. So I went ahead and took some off just in case we were going to blow back. I wanted to have enough profit locked in where this trade made sense. And so I locked it in, and sure enough, we just could not get to where I needed it to be. It couldn't get to 134, and we pushed back up. Ended up stopping out here right where my first cover was. So decent profit, nothing to write home about, but it was decent. Solid for this morning. And you can see this, it ran up into lunch. and it failed here. Pulled back through the 5-minute opening range high. It pulled back below VWAP, the 20. Tried to push this, and it failed. And it was just showing weakness. So I went ahead and took it. Again, not really respecting VWAP, thinking that, hey, we're going to sell through this. We did get a little bounce here this time, but it quickly got sold out and ended up covering some just through VWAP and just covering some on the way down. 134 was my final target, but this actually pulled back about 50 cents more. And made it down, made it to just below 133.50. So another solid trade. We didn't get all of it. I didn't top ticket or bottom ticket, but I got the meat of the move. And that's all that I'm looking for. If we get the meat of the move, we're not overexposing ourselves. We're managing our risk. And it makes for a more enjoyable day. I know the morning was slow, but I'll take a slow morning, to lock in. I'm looking at just over $100, $130, $140. I, be happy to make it a slow morning. And then we come back and add another, $150 to it. I don't think you can beat that. So pretty happy with this IBM trade. Did take one trade during lunch and totally botched this. I got agitated because my computer on the way home started updating. So all of a sudden it's updating. I can't get to it. I can't see the chart. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm frustrated. So I run back in, and when I log back in, you saw me take profit here, which was stupid because it really didn't move much. But I got mad because I was just frustrated and out of sync. And then when this bounced, I just took it off for no reason. Didn't even have any reason to take this off. I was just irritated, and I just botched this whole trade because I should have been in for this move right here as well. Really solid move here, and just kind of let my emotions get the best of me on that. Now, one good thing is I recognized it and I shut it down. I know when I'm in that state, I don't need to trade because I will make stupid decisions. And a lot of times it could cost me, money. Here, it didn't really cost me anything but some extra profit. So it didn't take me negative on the trade. But I was, really bent when I saw this thing selling off. Like this solid trade here that I could have taken. Over 2 points I could have picked up on this. But that's kind of the way it goes. So you see we got 356.26, not a bad haul today. Trading only 200 shares per trade and scaling out. I know it runs up commissions, but we have profit. I don't care about commissions if I'm making decent profit. That's just a cost of doing business. And if you can't deal with the cost of doing business, you shouldn't be in business to start with. So, that's just the way I look at it. Now, obviously, I'm not going to overtrade because that's just being stupid. But as long as I'm locking in profit and things are working, I'm okay with pretty much anything. So that was my day. I hope you guys have a great night, a great evening, and we're going to get right back at this in the morning. So we'll see you then.